How about the transition from going from one of the most heralded players in the game to the retirement side? Because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. I mean, like you'll see someone come on as a commentator and you'll just be like, oh, wow, they just transition into that, or they go into coaching or whatever it is. But no one really sits with the player that, I mean, you literally were at the pinnacle, the absolute pinnacle of professional sports when you're a kid and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to the league. You didn't even only go to the league, you won the Heisman, you won Rookie of the Year, you go to the Super Bowl, you play for the greatest team of all time. Talk to us about that transition and things that people don't realize when you step out of the league or you retire.
It's not about a job. It's a purpose. Um, you play the game of football and you begin to find your purpose through that. It's not about finding a commentating job or jumping into wealth management or going into acting or um, going into coaching. As a means to an end. It's now you're at a place you've grown and evolved to a place where you have to get back, and it's a purpose now. You're now a vessel. You know what I'm saying? All the wars that you've gone through, all the experiences that you experienced in that particular job, has prepared you for the next thing to help someone else and to impact others. And that to me is the key to it all, is to understand there's a process to it and to be willing to go through that process, to be willing to go back to step one and to learn a new profession, a new skill that's going to enhance your purpose. And most guys fall prey to that. And they rely on, hey, I'm going to talk about my old days. I'm going to live off my old accomplishments. I'm going to live off and talk about the old stories of us in college and professionally speaking, and show no growth in those other areas. And that's, to me, is a dangerous thing, because that's when you find guys searching for fulfillment in the wrong areas. And that's when depression sets in, and you become dependent on substance abuse and or women or gambling, or you're finding another vice to fill a void. Because where there's no void, you know, the something against God, evil, negative energy, or the devil can fill that void. So you've got to spend time, whatever that void is, fill it up with positivity, fill it up with Christ, fill it up with constructive behaviors, constructive thoughts, and be diligent in searching and asking for your purpose. And that's the key. And it's not easy, to go from being a football player who's played at the highest level to anything in life, and finding what's next is going to be difficult. Same thing for Tom Brady. He won 7 rings, who's made almost $1 billion in contract money. Finding that next thing, that sense of fulfillment, is going to be a process for him.